folks. I'm not sure about this dress code comment. We don't normally play in such salubrious environments. We're normally kind of found in basements of folk clubs and working men's clubs dotted around the country. So we've actually dressed up for tonight. So I don't know what you're talking about. I've got a jacket on, Sid's got a waistie on, cleaned our teeth, we're ready to go.
We did think actually about getting Jimmy and Samantha to swap clothing for the second half, but thought Samantha would look ridiculous in Jimmy's jacket.
I really enjoyed Samantha's set. It's the first time I've heard her play. It was absolutely amazing. There's often this kind of strange thing when you're performing in an evening and you're sharing the stage with another act, and 90% of you loves it when it's that good, and there's 10% of you which is kind of a little bit resentful and concerned that people aren't going to be as happy when you come on. But no, absolutely beautiful stuff, and it's really lovely to hear music. We're going to sing you some of our own stuff and some traditional songs, and we're going to kick off with one that is kind of halfway between there. It's a song that was written probably 25 years ago now by this fantastic singer called Barry Temple, and it's kind of entered the traditional canon, and it was sung in various clubs around the country. And I actually picked this up from Barry himself, and he was singing it with his wife Ingrid up in Whitby, and I loved it so much I asked him to teach it to me, and he very kindly did. It's called Hold the Lantern High, and there's a chorus on there, and we've had a little go singing in here earlier, and the acoustic is amazing, so if you want to join in as well, I think it's going to be a really special sound. So do jump on the chorus if you can pick it up. We do it about 15 times, so you should get it. Hold the lantern high, lad. Hold the lantern high, catch your daddy's eye, laddie, catch your daddy's eye. So that's the chorus. No excuse. Colour coat sands are cold and bare, many there must we, so say a prayer for those who share the grief that they keep. Hold the lantern high, lad. Hold the lantern high, and catch your daddy's eye, laddie. Catch your daddy's eye. There's none but us to rue his loss. If he should not come home, they're safe in bed, they do not fuss, it's all the same to them. Hold the lantern high, lad. Hold the lantern high, and catch your daddy's eye, laddie. Catch your daddy's eye. And if in fear for you will hear his shouts across the bay, and whether far or near, he will not fear your lantern lights the way. Hold the lantern high, lad. Hold the lantern high, and catch your daddy's eye, laddie. Catch your daddy's eye. And safe on shore he's home once more, to see he'll soon return, and whether far or near, he will not fear as long as lanterns burn. Hold the lantern high, lad. Hold the lantern high, and catch your daddy's eye, laddie. Catch your daddy's eye. Hold the lantern Catch your daddy's eye, laddie. Catch your daddy's eye.
Well, it's good to know you singers. Thanks for that. You might have spotted in the fourth verse there that Jimmy used the word divin, and he was recently given the seal of approval by a genuine Geordie for his pronunciation on that. So we're really proud of that.
Sue and I had quite a discussion just before, just in the break there, about when to do the kind of boy band jump off the stool moment. I don't know if you noticed that, but we put some thought into it. I think that's really added to the drama of the moment.
Probably should have waited for the key change.
Yeah, maybe. Yes. So we're going to sing you a version of a traditional English song, a very old English song called The Cuckoo, and there are many versions of it. There's English versions, there's Scottish versions. There are many American, but we're going to do one that was rewritten by Ewan MacColl. He took back a kind of North American version of this song, and he changed the cuckoo for the white dove, and he used the white dove as a symbol of peace. And it's a song really warning against the dangers of sort of chasing the spoils of war. It seems quite an appropriate one to be singing. It's called The White Dove. Oh, the white dove is a pretty bird, but she sings as she flies, and she brings us glad tidings, and she tells us no lies, and she drinks the spring water for to make her voice clear. When a nest she is a building, the summer draws near. Come all you young fellows, take warning by me. Don't go for a soldier, don't join the army. For the white dove, she will leave you, and the raven will come, and death will come marching at the beat of a drum. Come on, you pretty fair maid, take a walk in the sun. Don't let your young man ever carry a gun. Oh, the white dove, it will scare her. She will fly away, and then there
by night and by day.
So that was just sort of to wake us up, really, and then it'll all go gentle again now. It's okay. Thanks very much, folks. We're going to do a really popular at the moment song. I think 4 people have recorded this in the last 2 years. If you're really in the folk scene, then this has been overdone. But we're in London. It's diverse. Let's just say this is new to you. That would be great. But this is it's a song written by Boo Hewerdine, and it's called The Harvest Gypsies. The Harvest Gypsies was the name of a series of stories by John Steinbeck. All those stories around the time of the Grapes of Wrath, the great migration up to California to pick the rich fruit harvests. And I think it's so very relevant because of the two subject matters that covers are the mass migration, which is probably the biggest problem of our time, and close in severity to the reason that they were moving was because they planted year on year monocrop cotton and turned the ground to dust. And we've just been told by Leeds University that we have less than 100 harvests left in this country, and some of this land we're harvesting twice a year. It's you don't have to work too hard at the maths to see where it's going. So two things that hark back to those problems that we could really learn from that time. So he's written this great song about that time, The Harvest Gypsies. 150,000 strong. When the picking's over, we'll be gone. They call us the hardest gypsy. We only come because we must, and we were driven here by dust, and they won't even look at us. They call us the hardest gypsy. And the hardest that it's ever been. I sold my blankets for gasoline, and it's only hunger I have seen. Now I'm the hardest gypsy. There's apricots in Santa Clare, Kern County, they have apples there, and the grapes they're growing everywhere, all for the hardest gypsy. In the Walnut Grove I met a man who lost a child before San Fran. We're strangers they don't understand. We are the hardest gypsy. And the gondolas and railway lines are filled with men when it is time, drawn by the orange and the lime. All the hardest gypsy. They hate it when their taxes rise, and the squatter camps that they despise. Without us they would rot and die. Without the hardest gypsy. The Holbrooks we were farming men, and I dream one day we will again, to miss the soil's curious pain, when you're a hardest gypsy.
Thank you very much, folks. How's everyone doing out there?
Right.
How you doing? Going to sing you a song which was, I think on Wednesday, Song of the Day on Folk Radio, which I'm sure you were all listening to anyway, and so you would have known all about that. But, it's a song called Moved On that we wrote about a situation that I became aware of about a year after I've been living in London for the last 4 years, and then moved away, or you could say escaped, a couple of months ago. And London is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. There are many people here, and so there's a lot of fantastic things going on, but because there are so many people, there's also some less fantastic things going on. One of the, I think, real problems of having so many people in such a small space is actually finding access to secure housing, and this is a situation I became aware of in Newham, East London, just northeast of Hackney, where a lot of people who live in social housing, some going back several generations, were told by the local authority there that in a bid to sort of intensify the housing, that they would be moved, if they wanted to stay in social housing, they'd be moved up to either Manchester, Birmingham or somewhere in the Midlands. And the sort of an injustice of that was sort of so great that we thought that really the best way to deal with the problem would be to write a folk song about it and sing it to you.
That does mean that the responsibility is then on you.
We're just singing. You've got to come up with solutions. Yeah, we just point out the problems really, and yeah, again, it's got a chorus on it, and nothing would make me happier than you singing on this song. It's called Moved On.
Sounds good to me.
I'm of this place, my story is here. It holds together the threads of my years. My tale is written on the streets where I stand. I'm living my life in this city. I'm not worth the land that I live on, though I've lived here for all of my life. 3 generations have rooted me here. Now I'm moved on and kept out of sight. This place has been changing for many years now. So much has been lost, too much has closed down. It's harder to find somewhere to be still. There's nowhere to be without spending. I'm not worth the land that I live on, though I've lived here for all of my life. 3 generations have rooted me here. Now I'm moved on and kept out of sight. For all of its faults, this place is my home. 3 generations have called it their own. Life it is here, it's not in the north, the east or the west or wherever it goes. I'm not worth the land that I live on, though I've lived here for all of my life. 3 generations have rooted me here. Now I'm moved on and kept out of sight. We must make way for progress, that's what this is, so the land can be sold for the highest bid. Cut off our ties and forget our lives. Move to where we're not noticed. I'm not worth the land that I live on, though I've lived here for all of my life. 3 generations have rooted me here. Now I'm moved on and kept out of sight. From where you are sitting, it may all make sense. We've got to move forward to times we're in. But heed what I say, the city's being torn from the people who hold it together. I'm not worth the land that I live on, though I've lived here for all of my life. 3 generations have rooted me here. Now I'm moved on and kept So that sort of inspired, I came to know about that situation by a campaign called Focus E15, which is still going on, and there's some people battling very hard against the odds to try and secure housing there. So hopefully in some way it shines a bit of a light on that campaign. We're going to sing a very old Scottish ballad, which is variously referred to as Willie the Winsbury, sometimes the Winkleberry song by friends, and for some reason
The Willie song
the
by
Willie
your dad,
song.
Jeff.
Yeah. We call it the Willie song for sure. My dad now thinks this song is called the Willie song. The traditional Scottish ballad, the Willie song.
It's a great ballad. You know, the usual stories of the king going off to Spain, coming back to find that his daughter is pregnant by one of the hands, and it's got a bit of a twist to it where the king, you know, sends for his merry men to go and grab Willie o' Winsbury, who's the main character of the song, and bring him back, and he's going to be beheaded. And then they bring him back, and this guy turns up, and he's such a hottie that the king can't do it. Yeah, it was a spoiler, sorry, but it's...
But not only can he not do it, not only can he not kill him, he says, if I was a woman, as I am a man, my bedfellow you would have been.
Yeah.
Folk music's exciting. It's called Willie the Winsbury. The king has been a prisoner, and a prisoner long in Spain, and Willie o' the Winsbury has lain with his daughter Jane. What ails he, my daughter Jane? What makes you pale and wan? Oh, have you had any sore sickness, or else been sleeping with a man? I've not had any sore sickness, nor yet been sleeping with a man. It is for you, my father dear, for buying so long in Spain. Cast off your very brown gown, stand naked upon the stone, that I may know you by your shape, whether you be a maiden or not. And she's cast off her very brown gown, stood naked upon the stone. Her apron was low, she's round, her skin was pale and wan. Oh, was it with a lord, or a duke, or a knight, or a man of birth and fame? Oh, was it with one of my serving men that's lately come out of Spain? It wasn't with a lord, or a duke, or a knight, or a man of birth and fame, but it was with Willie o' Winsbury. I could bide no longer alone, and the king has called on his merry men,
will Winsbury, for hanged he shall be. But when he came the king before, he was bound all in red silk. His hair was like the strands of gold, his skin was white as milk. It is no wonder, said the king, that my daughter's love you did win. If I was a woman as I am a man, my bedfellow would have been. And will you marry my daughter Jane by the truth of your right hand? Oh, will you marry my daughter Jane? I'll make you the lord of my land. And yes, I'll marry your daughter Jane by the truth of my right hand. Yes, I'll marry your daughter Jane, but I'll not be the lord of your land. And he's mounted on a milk white steed in himself, on a dapple grey. He's made her the lady of as much land as she'll ride in a long summer's day.
Thanks very much. Thanks for just about holding it together in that line. Very well there. Showed great maturity. It's tempting when you're in a space like this to try and to move to the love songs. That was, you know, thinly veiled a love song. It's tempting to try to keep it gooey when we come to places like this. But really, when we play the folk clubs, we play a lot of songs of the Industrial Revolution and, you know, people dying in horrible accidents and all that sort of good folky stuff. So we're going to do this one, which has got probably the best chorus in the business. It's called the Chemical Workers Song by a chap called Ron Angel. He was a shanty singer primarily. And some of those are quite jolly. We're not going to do those ones. But he wrote this one.
Don't worry, we're not going to do
No, it's fine, honestly. If you do know this one, please sing it. Great, okay, brilliant, yes, brilliant. Be aware that I usually pull the rhythm around a bit. You do your version, I do my version. We'll meet in the middle, it'll be fine. Yeah, the Chemical Workers Song by Ron Angel. Oh, how you doing, Jimmy? It's still a banjo, isn't it? I should explain, I actually love banjos, but I love the culture of banjo jokes more than I love banjo. So yeah, if he keeps going, I have got some.
Years and years Sid has been giving me a hard time about the banjo, and he's just started learning the concertina, which is, I think, much worse. But you're safe from that tonight.
Who's learning the bagpipes next?
Yeah,
What's that?
Who's learning the bagpipes?
Yeah, we need one of them, yeah. You need to move out on your own for 10 years to learn the bagpipes.
A process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I've worked and breathed among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell, and dust all in my hair. Let's go, boys, go. They'll find your every breath, and every day you're in this place. 2 days near death, but you go. I've worked among the spinners, I've breathed in the oily smoke. I've shoveled up the gypsum till it nigh on makes you choke. I've stood knee deep in cyanide, gone sick with a caustic burn. I've been working rough, I've seen enough to make your stomach turn. Let's go, boys, go. They'll tie your every breath, and every day you're in this place. 2 days near death, but you go. There's overtime, there's bonus opportunity galore. But the young lads like the money and they all come back for more. But soon you're knocking off, look older than you should. I've for every bob made on the job you pay with flesh and blood. Go, boys, go. They'll tie your every breath, and every day you're in this place. 2 days near death, but you go. A process man am I, and I'm telling you no lie. I've worked and breathed among the fumes that trail across the sky. There's thunder all around me, and poison in the air. There's a lousy smell that smacks of hell, and dust all in my hair. Let's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place. You're 2 days near death, but you go. Let's go, boys, go. They'll time your every breath, and every day you're in this place. You're 2 days near death, but you go. Yeah. Thanks very much, Faith. Well sung as well. It's nice if you just even if you just sing the last note and you hang it on a little bit after I've finished, then I believe that you're singing for the whole way. Right. Lovely. Yeah, no, really nice. Great.
Here we go. I can't decide if George Friedrich is enjoying the gig or not. He's kind of turned away from it as if it's not quite his thing. What's your handle?
I've been working hard on it.
Yeah. Maybe by the end of the gig. These guys are...
Can we tilt him? Is that allowed? No, it's not. Is it?
We're going to do you a drinking song from Liverpool. And it's... Yeah, who knows if it's true or not, but I like to think it is. And it's a song about a chap called Paddy West, who's a publican from up in Liverpool, who apparently used to teach people to sail in his pub. And it sounds like they had more fun than there was tuition, but because sort of you would need a ticket to sail on the clipper ships back in the day, and you need to prove that you'd done a certain amount of sailing. So he would kind of shortcut around that by telling you what you needed to know while sort of running around and getting pissed in the pub. But it's a great song. Just so you know, down here is a tuner. It's not just this kind of nervous tick that I've got and just kind of looking at the floor uncomfortably. It's in your very best interest that I concentrate on this thing.
could do it as a sort of audience participation thing, and you could all. Thank you. So you're lower, anyone? Well, I've just started learning the violin, so next time. It's your own fault.
I just go until he looks happy.
As I was walking down London Road, I came to Paddy West House. He gave me a dish of American hash and he called it Liverpool Scouse. He said there's a ship and she's taking hands and not a human sign. Mates are busted, the captain's worse, said they will do you fine. Take off your dungaree jackets and give yourselves a rest. Think of them cold nor'westers we had in Paddy West. If they ask you ever and see you could say you crossed the line. Take off your dungaree jackets and give yourselves a rest. Think of them cold nor'westers we had in Paddy West. There's just one thing for you to do before you sail away. Step around the table, the bullets always do. If they ever ask you ever at sea, you can say 10 times round the world. Jesus, you're not sailor man, the day that you were born. Put on your dungaree jackets and walk out looking your best. Tell them you're no sailor man that comes from Paddy West. Put on your dungaree jackets and walk out looking your best. Tell him you're no sailor man that comes from Paddy West.
Thanks very much, folks. I think we will do my one love song for the night. I usually only get the one. I mean, if I put a plectrum on there, what would happen? Really? I've never lived, have I? It might happen, it might happen. This is an Irish song called Merry and the Soldier. don't need to know any more than that. We've got a terrible habit of like giving the whole bloody thing away before we start. I think it's something to do with tuning the instruments, but yeah, this is Mary and the Soldier. Come all you lads of high renown, that will hear of a fair young maiden as she rode out one summer's day to view the soldiers parading. Oh, they marched so fine and they looked so gay, their colours flying and their bands did play, which caused young Mary for to say, I will wed you, my gallant soldier. As she viewed the soldiers on parade, as they stood at their leisure, young Mary to herself did say, at last I found my treasure. But oh, how cruel my parents must be, to banish my darling so far from me. I will leave them all and I'll go with thee, and I'll wed you, my gallant soldier. Oh, Mary dear, your parents' love, I pray don't be unruly, for when we're in the foreign land, believe me, you'll rue it surely, for perhaps in battle I might fall to a shot from an angry cannonball, and you so far from your daddy's home, be advised by a gallant soldier. I've 15 guineas in bright gold, likewise a heart that's bolder. I'll leave them all and I'll go with you, my bold undaunted soldier. So don't say no and let me go, and I will face the daring foe, and we'll march together to and fro. I will wed you, my gallant soldier. And when he saw her loyalty and Mary's so true-hearted, he said, my darling, married we'll be, and nothing but death shall part us. And when we're in the foreign land, I will guard you, darling, with my right hand, and hope that God may stand a friend to Mary and her gallant soldiers. Straight back to the old industry and what are we on? Coal?
Yeah, coal.
Yeah, let's do coal.
Done chemicals.
All the best.
Yeah, done fishing. We're going to sing a song called the LNN, Don't Stop Here Anymore. It's actually the first song I learned on the banjo, but I think it's quite a good example of generally what I think we're trying to do with the music, which is and the reason we're interested in folk music generally. I mean, firstly, it's just a real joy in the tradition and loving those old songs and the styles within them and just enjoying playing them for what they are. But also, it seems to be a very good way of putting a story on top of a principle, using a story as a way of kind of communicating something that would otherwise be quite complicated to put across. And for me, this is a really, really good example of that. It's a song written by Jean Ritchie. And she was really writing about something she was reflecting on going on that happened in her community, and that was when the coal industry closed down, and the train that used to come and pick up the coal was probably absolutely filthy and pick it up and leave. What it was like when that left, and what it did, the hole it kind of created in the community. And it's sort of a bit of a tricky issue in that it's a very positive thing, the coal industry's closing down for the environment, but I think what it does to communities, we still haven't yet learned what to do when these kind of backbone industries disappear. And it's not just the heavy industries, you know, we're going to go through it in many different ways across the world in the next few years. And for me, this kind of sort of tells that story pretty well.
The LNN spoken about in the song is the Louisiana-Nashville line, which carried the coal past the backyard of Jean Ritchie during her childhood.
So this is it, the LNN. love the coldest. Never thought I'd pray to hear that whistle roll. Lord, I wish the grass would turn to money, and those greenbacks fill my pockets once more. I was born and raised by the mouth of the Hazard Water, where the dust clouds roll and they rumble past my door. Now I stand in a rusty road all empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. Last night I dreamt I went down to the office to get my pay there like I'd done before. Molecules of vines were covering the doorway. There were leaves and grass growing right up through the floor. I was born and raised by the mouth of the Hazard Water, where the dust clouds roll and they rumble past my door. Now they stand in a rusty road all empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. When I was a curly-headed baby, my father sat me down on his knee. Said, son, you go to school and learn your letters. Don't you be no dusty-minded boy like me. I was born and raised by the mouth of the Hazard Water, where the dust clouds roll and they rumble past my door. Now I stand in a rusty road all empty, and the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. No, the L&N don't stop here anymore. Thank you very much, Liz.
Thanks, folks. It's been a real pleasure to play for you. I think we've just got time for one more. But before that happens, and while Jimmy's tuning his banjo, I just want to tell you a little story about, because I'm a Baran player as well. You see, the Irish drum, circular drum, goat skin on. It's a story that happened to the guy who made my particular Baran, actually, and he was out when he was starting up making them, trying to sell them at folk festivals. So he had the back of his Volvo just full of newly made Bodhran, however you say it. An Irishman will tell you said it wrong. Bowron. Great, thank you. I've been told off for that one too, I'm sure. But so he had, maybe 20, 25 of these drums in the back of his Volvo estate, and he slept in his tent at the festival where he was trying to sell them, a little bit away from the Volvo on the first night, and he came back to the car the next morning, and the boot of the car was up, and there was a guy leaning against the car, sweating profusely. There's a knife on the floor, and every one of the Bodhrans, the skin had been slashed. So hours and hours of work, and obviously he was horrified. And he says to the guy, obviously you've just ruined my year's output. Like, what are you doing? And he said, you're going to be so chuffed. I killed them all before they turned into banjos.
Don't encourage it. Don't encourage it. Well, I feel like the banjo's had a hard time tonight. But we have had
we've had a great time, and thank you very much for coming out on a Friday and having a listen. It's been a real joy to play. Firstly, Samantha, I think you weren't in the room when I was complimenting you earlier, but it was an incredible set, and I really enjoyed listening to it. It's a real perk of being a musician.
Pretty good.
It's a real perk of being a musician that you get to share the stage with incredible singers, so that was great. Thank you to The Nest, to George and to Ashton for putting us on. Very beautifully organised thing in this incredible space. I honestly don't know where they get the time or the musicians to put on the number of gigs that they do, but they do an incredible job. And then finally to the Family Museum, I mean, what an incredible space. We didn't really need to do anything. I think just sort of sitting in this room was sort of experiencing us. It was, really special. Great for us to be allowed sort of above ground, which is a rare foray for us. So, can finish with a song that I wrote actually when I was living here in London and living quite close to the city of London. And I don't know if anyone has walked around there either on a Sunday or a night, but it's a weirdly kind of ghostly and quiet place at that time. And it kind of gives you a sort of perspective on what's going on there in the day and what's going on in all of our lives. Something I sort of was more aware of in London, and just kind of being very, very busy in all of the stuff that you've got going on. It's quite difficult to step back, I found it here, and look at some of the choices that we're making. So I wrote this song kind of as a reflection on that, but then also thinking about walking around the city at night time, you realise that actually it's not dead, it's completely alive. There are thousands and thousands of people working in every city across the world to keep the whole thing moving and to reset it for the next day. And that's a big group of people who are largely unseen and certainly unrepresented. So we kind of wrote a song that kind of was thinking about the perspective that you get at night, but also just thinking about what it is to be working a night shift and the kind of loneliness of that, but also, I think a kind of positive view about how change can happen as well. It's called Night Hours, and it is the title track of our new album, which we are selling. And we'll be stood outside awkwardly next to a table trying to convince you all before you leave the building to get one. They're tenner, and we've also got our first album with us as well. And we've got some flyers there which has all of the other dates we've got on this monster tour that we're doing. 23 dates in one sort of hit. So Sid and I have been getting to know each other very well. I think we're on our 16th pot of hummus already.
That's why there's a shortage.
Well, exactly, we've been nailing all of that. The service stations of England are running dry with him hard. So we're back in London in a couple of weeks' time at Walthamstow Folk Club. So come see us there. It's a great club that's been going for many years, and we love it. So we're looking forward to playing there. So we'll leave you this. It's Night Hours. Thank you very much. I've been working through the night. I've been working all my life. And I'm here when your thoughts are not. The night hours in a world forgot. On my
been working until the half light. I've been up nearly every night, and I'm on your way. I'm here when your thoughts are not. The night I was in a world forgot. On my own here I can see the way things are going. I've been working, kept out of sight. In the quiet, unlocked by the night, far from the world. I'm here when your thoughts are not. The night I was in a world forgot. On my own here I can see the way things are going. I've been working hard to make sense of it all. I've been watching as the city sleeps. I am a woman forgot. And I'm here when your thoughts are not. The night I was in a world forgot. On my own here I can see the way things are going.
We're gonna do Hand in the Band?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're gonna do a song that you'll probably know as a gospel song. The chorus we rocked from a gospel song, but neither of us are of any particular denomination faith. So we replaced the Christian references with from Norfolk, agricultural references. But we thought that the chorus was too good to lose. So we think in that process we've created a new genre, which we're terming as agri-gospel. And still, I think, when did we release that album?
3 years ago now.
3 years ago, yeah. It's still the only song in the genre. So, if you're songwriters or you've got friends who are songwriters, you can spread the good word. And I think it's got legs.
So yeah, we are from Norfolk, and there's quite a lot of agriculture in Norfolk. I was back at my parents' house this Easter, hanging out with my little niece, who's just over a year old. She can say 3 words, or almost words. One is uh-oh, which doesn't quite count. The second is hello, and the third is tractor. So proud.
Step down. Thanks very much, folks. I'm going to tune that. Any guitar bass jokes, Jimmy?
So let's start. Your hand on the plough, your bear is steady and she's pulling on now. Keep your hand on the plough, hold right on. Her eyes are low, she's pressing on. She'll lead you downhill if you give her the run. Keep your hand on the plough, hold right on. Hold on. Remember years past, keep your line in sight. Keep your hand on the plough, hold right on. We're looking back at the land that we've turned. The furrows aren't straight and there's lessons to learn. Keep your hand on the plough, hold right on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your hand on the plough and you hold right on. Field that we plough every year,
seed still to sow and a metal to steal. Keep your hand on the plough, hold right on. You're on your own, but your back is strong. Keep your hand steady, keep it pulling along. Keep your hand on the plough, hold right on. Hold on, hold on. Keep your hand on the plough.